Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources. Updating daily at 6 a.m. New York.
BBC News World.
May 2nd, 5:20 America, New York. Soldier shoots dead politician he was guarding. It is currently unclear why the soldier shot the Ugandan politician before turning the gun on himself.
Mirror World News.
May 2nd, 5:16 America, New York. Ukrainians captured defending Chernobyl nuclear plant starving in Russian prison. After a fierce firefight, Russian troops seized Chernobyl from the hands of Ukraine's National Guard on day one of the war at the end of February before taking over the 19-mile perimeter of the plant for over a month and bunking on the grounds.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 2nd, 5:04 America, New York. Eurozone inflation rebounds ahead of ECB meeting. Eurozone Consumer Price Index increased 7% in April, matching consensus, as food prices stayed high, complicating the ECB's task of bringing down stubbornly elevated inflation ahead of its meeting this week.
Mirror World News.
May 2nd, 5:02 America, New York. Defenseless dog caught on CCTV being dumped on road as owner speeds off. CCTV caught the dog owner pulling over on a roadside in Limerick, Ireland, and leaving the small pet, which looks visibly confused and distressed as they drive off.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 2nd, 5 o'clock America, New York. Property owners may soon get a new reason to sell. The cost of interest rate hedges, which are mandatory for most floating-rate commercial real estate loans, is soaring.
Washington Post World.
May 2nd, 4:53 America, New York. Kenyan police clash with anti-government protesters. Police in Kenya have been clashing with anti-government protesters in the capital, Nairobi, in a fresh round of demonstrations called by the opposition leader.
Mirror World News.
May 2nd, 4:49 America, New York. Chilling reason Osama bin Laden's body was chucked into sea after being killed. Osama bin Laden was 54 years old when he gunned down as he left a room on the third floor of his hideaway compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan, where he'd been living with his family.
Wall Street Journal World News.
May 2nd, 4:38 America, New York. BP beats expectations with $5 billion profit after fending off shareholder challenge. Trading oil and gas helped the British oil major achieve strong results in the first quarter, but its announced $1.75 billion buyback was smaller than analysts expected.
Washington Post World.
May 2nd, 4:24 America, New York. Albanian charged with supporting terror attacks. Albanian law enforcement authorities have charged an Albanian man with supporting terror attacks in Western Europe on social media.
BBC News World.
May 2nd, 3:19 America, New York. Japan to ban upskirting in sweeping sex crime reforms. The bill outlaws secretly filming someone for sexual exploitation and is set to be passed in June.
New York Times World News. May 2nd, 3:03 America, New York. Palestinian detainee dies in Israeli prison after hunger strike. Kader Adnan had led a hunger strike movement among Palestinians to protest their detentions by Israel. Palestinian leaders and armed groups called his death an assassination. Mourners gathered Tuesday at the house of Kader Adnan in the Israeli-occupied West Bank.
BBC News World.
May 2nd, 2:37 America, New York. Air India, Indigo. New record as 4.56 meters Indians take flights in a day. The milestone was reached on the 30th of April as 2,978 flights took off across the country.
Time.
May 2nd, 1:58 America, New York. Canadian folk singer Gordon Lightfoot dies at 84. Toronto. Gordon Lightfoot, Canada's legendary folk singer-songwriter known for If You Could Read My Mind, and Sundown, and for songs that told tales of Canadian identity, died on Monday. World News. Breaking international news and headlines, Sky News.
May 2nd, 1:52 America, New York. Australia to ban recreational vaping and crackdown on e-cigarettes. Australia has banned recreational vaping and tightened other e-cigarette laws in a huge crackdown on the tobacco industry as it tries to stop the rise in teenage vaping. E-cigarettes and vaping can cause long-term health problems.